Hello student, this video has been prepared for all IGNOU BCA candidates. So today I am going to give you some golden tips for your practical lab exam. So BCA students under the IGNOU University, you have to complete total 38 papers including both practical and theory. So if I just count the number of practical paper, so in first semester you have BCSL 013, in second semester you have BCSL 21, 22, in third semester you have BCSL 32, 33 and 34, in fourth semester MCSL 16, that is also lab paper, and you have BCSL 43, BCSL 44 and BCSL 45, and in fifth semester you have 3 lab papers, BCSL 56, 57 and 58, and in final semester you also have a lab paper, that is BCSL 63. And apart from all 38 papers, you also have to submit your project. This is final project, total 39 including this project. If you exclude the project, you have 38 papers which you have to solve, including 14 lab papers. So 14 lab papers and 24 theory papers that you have to complete. So today I am going to discuss about the lab papers. So you must be getting yourself prepared very well for your practical lab examination. But sometimes it happens to be that a question may appear in your question paper for which you have not taken any preparation. In simple word, unknown questions. It might be coming in your question paper, unknown question for which you have not taken any preparation. So what will you do? Will you just sit blank for the whole time? How will you approach to solve the unknown question which you have not taken any preparation? So it might be coming. So you might be experiencing any time. So it is not possible to go and prepare each and every question. I know that most of the students who are pursuing their graduation under the IGNOU University, they don't manage their regular time. They might be involved in separate other activities. Some of them are working students, some of them are doing business or involved in sports or maybe other activities. Many girls are also doing their graduation who are married. They also have to handle their home, they have to manage their home. Apart from managing their home, they have to continue their graduation. So how can they manage full time to study? So it may come sometimes unknown question. So if unknown question come in your practical exam, how can you approach and get the marks for that? So let me give you that golden tips which I have experienced, right? Which I have experienced in my exam. So once in my examination, that was in third semester, the paper was this. You can see data structure, data and file structure, BCSL 033. So I am also a student of IGNOU University who is pursuing graduation. I am pursuing my final semester. So I am going to give you tips which I had experienced, my own experience I am going to share with you. So during this exam, that is BCSL 033, so a question appeared which was unprepared. I have not prepared, I have not taken any preparation for that question. So for first few minutes, 10 minutes, I was just blank. How to solve the question? What can I do to solve the question? So I have not taken any preparation for that particular question. I have taken preparation for all other questions, but that question just came out of the box. I don't know what to do. So I was very much confused what to do to solve that question. What I done, let me explain you. Very simple thing. let me inform you first that the practical lab examinations that is going to be conducted by your study center itself in most of the cases. So if that has been conducted by your study center, then you have an added advantage, right? So another important question is VIVA. So let me tell you that each and every question is separated by two parts. So let us understand the marks distribution. Before I let you know about the tips, we have to understand the marks distribution for each and every questions. So each and every question's marks distribution has been separated, or you can say has been divided into two parts. 60% marks you will get for writing in your answer sheet. 60% marks you will get for writing in your answer sheet. Another 40% marks you will get to display successful output, right? If you can display successful output, you will get 40%, right? So most of the student do one mistake. If they know the answer, what they do first, they type in their computer and display the output to the examiner, and they are very confident that they will get good marks, and they sometimes do mistake and fail to write all the steps, all the code properly in their answer sheet, and in that time they will not get marks, because this 40% marks will not be granted unless you write the whole answer properly in your answer sheet. So this is first priority. This is called evidential priority. This is evidence that you have answered the question. So you have to first confirm with the written evidence. This is a written evidence in your answer sheet that you have attended the question properly. Then this 40% marks will be counted if you can show the proper output. So first assure this 60% marks by writing in your answer sheet, then type and execute the output and show the same to your examiner, right? So now the questions come. If you don't know what to be execute, then how can you show the output to the examiner? Forget about this 40% marks. Forget about showing the output to the examiner. If you don't know, if you are not sure that you can execute the output, so if you are unprepared for any given questions which might be coming in your paper, that time forget about this 40% mark. Just think how you can assure this 60% marks, right? So write any other program. If you don't know that particular program which has been given to you, write any other program. Simply write any other program which might be close to that program, which is not exactly that program, but if the program is close to that program, write down that program in your answer sheet. Don't sit blank, don't submit blank paper. Write any other program which might be close to that program. You will get step marking, and even all the line by line coding will not be checked. Believe me, the examiner who is going to check your paper is not going to read all your program line by line. It is not possible, right? They are going to check 500,000 paper, right? So it is not possible to go and check each and every answer sheet line by line, right? They will just have an overview. So write the first few lines properly. That is called step marking. You will get step marking marks for including all the proper library files, starting the files well enough, and write any other program. Write any other program. And another thing that will give you added advantage, that is VIVA question. So 20% marks apart from all the questions. If the question paper is of 50 marks, you know that 10 marks VIVA. If the question paper is of 100, so you can see this first semester this question paper is of 100 marks. So in this question paper you will have 20 marks VIVA. In other all questions paper that is of 50 marks, there you will be given 10 marks VIVA, right? So for 10 marks VIVA they will ask you 5 questions, 10 mark or 20 mark. In VIVA questions they will ask you 5 questions. In VIVA paper, they will ask you 5 questions. So try to answer 4, at least 4 out of 5 questions correctly, right? If you can answer at least 4 out of 5 questions correctly, what will happen? The VIVA marks will be written at the top of your paper, right? The VIVA marks will be written at the top of your paper. So if the examiner will see that you have scored very good marks in the VIVA paper, then you can gain the confidence of the examiner. Then the examiner will be impressed that this student has scored good marks in the VIVA. That means this student have also written the coding properly. They will not going to check line by line to find that, to cross check whether you have not written properly or not, or whether you have written that particular questions, whether you have solved that question or you have solved any other question. They will not going to check line by line. If you can score at least 80%, or even if you score 100% in VIVA, then you can assure that you can gain the examiner confidence. That is called first impression is the last impression. So if you can gain the confidence of the examiner, they will not going to check line by line, and they can give you very good marks for at least this 60% portion. So for this 60% portion, they will give you good marks. Forget about this, because even everybody know, even you know, even the examiner knows very well that even for the best student, even for the best student of the world, it is sometimes not possible to show and execute the output properly. Even the best one can sometimes do mistake. Even the teacher does mistake. Even the best teacher does mistake to show output sometimes at a time. So it sometimes it will be considered. If you can score good marks in VIVA, student will the teacher will have confidence and faith in you that you might have written the question properly, but it happens sometimes that you have failed to show the output. So you can assure good marks on this part of the paper. In case you don't know what to be written in your answer sheet, how to execute the program, a program came which is just unknown to you, don't be panic, don't sit dumb, write any other program, did not execute that program, don't show the output of that program to the examiner, because then the examiner will understand that you have executed or you have written some other program. In that case, don't execute that program and show to the examiner, because you should not let the examiner know that you have not written that program, right? So this is golden tips. And in case if you can execute the program, if you know what the program has been given, then don't write and execute the program first write the program in copy. After that, if time is left, then write the same step in your computer, execute and show the output to the examiner, because this is first priority. This is evidential mark for your attendant, that you have attended the program, right? Then think about this 40% marks, right? What I have done, I will tell you in my paper. So I told you, no, in this particular paper, third semester paper, that is data structure, so a question appeared which I was not prepared for that. What I have done, in that system there was many other program written, right? Many other program written. So simply I have just opened a program, and watching that I was writing the same in my answer sheet, and I have given and I have submitted the paper. So when I have checked that, I have got very good marks, because in my VIVA turn, examiner had asked me 5 questions, and I have answered all the 5 questions properly, because so I have very well managed my VIVA exam. So I had prepared myself for the VIVA exam nicely, so that I can answer all the questions properly. So during VIVA exam, what I have done, so I have secured full marks, 10 out of 10. So the 10 marks was written at the top of the paper by the examiner, and I have written a wrong program, some other program I have written. Okay, so when I have got the mark sheet, so in my internet, so I found that yes, so I have successfully passed, and not even passed, I have also scored good marks, more than average, right? So this is a golden tip for you. So in case if you found yourself in a position, a question appear which is not known to you, just don't sit blank, write any other program, simply write any other program, but you have to solve the VIVA question, you have to answer the VIVA question. So my dear friend, my dear all student, so for the VIVA questions I have prepared separate video, so you can go and see that video so that you can get some help that what questions might be asking in your VIVA. So I prepared separate VIVA questions. So goodbye for today and thank you.